Is something wrong? Neither of you have touched your soup.
Today's the day, little wizard. We're about to find out if the network wants another season of Vice Versas.
Oh. Suddenly, I don't feel very hungry either. Lloyd's phone rings and my heart leaps into my chest.
Hello? Yes, of course. Thank you.
Lloyd hangs up and sighs.
Huh. They're not picking us up for another season.
But why not? The reviews are great and I thought ratings were fine.
Fine, yes, but not enough to attract the advertising they were looking for. We're being replaced with a reality TV singing competition.
Oh gosh, this makes the news even worse to hear. Like we need another one of those? What? Why? Cheaper to produce, still pulls audiences. John leans back in his chair.
I can't believe that was so short-lived.
Even after all my amazing makeup skills. I feel my heart tighten in my chest. Less than a year ago, we were celebrating the start of Vice Versas, and now it's over. But we won an award. More than one. But that doesn't change the bottom line. Not enough viewers and not enough money.
We all did our best. In the end, it's just not what they wanted.
I wish I had something encouraging to say, but John and Lloyd look pretty crestfallen. Truthfully, I don't feel that encouraging anyway.
So, I guess that means you really are leaving.
Oh, and when were you gonna tell us about this John Brandon?
Darn it!
John? What? I've been offered a role back home. I told them that Vice Versas takes priority, but with that gone... You're going back? It's likely. What about Adam? I've got several producers already interested in his music. He'll have his pick. I bite my tongue. What I really wanted to ask was... What about me? Lloyd's warning echoes in my mind. John is like the wind, and work will always be his first love. He could have at least told you, though, instead of having Lloyd be like, so you're going? Ugh. John, I love you, but sometimes, man, communication is important. I guess I should have expected this. I understand. But I think I need some time. I'm going to head back early if that's okay.
Yeah, I think we all need that.
Got a TV interview next Monday morning. Kinda nervous about it. I'd feel better if I knew you were watching.
I've kind of got some things going on, Adam. Ren Fair is next week. Anyone else going? I'll be there. My aunt asked me to help her do demos at her soap-making booth. You never told me your aunt runs the soap-making booth. That's cool.
I wish I could, but they sold out of tickets months ago. I really wanted to see the night battles this year.
And this. Okay, I take it back. This episode was the best episode. Ah, did she really kill Vice? I can't believe that.
He obviously set her up. With all the drugs she was on from the hospital, she couldn't have even shot straight.
But the DNA evidence says it's him. If she didn't kill him, then who did?
I guess I'll call him. I don't know if this is the greatest idea. Okay. I think we should go to the coffee shop, really.
And have a tea and some scones. Did he say?
You are, as always, a vision.
Well, thank you. I do my best. But don't think you can sweet-talk your way out of this, sir. Let's have tea. Are we gonna talk? We didn't talk, because we're butts. Butts. Okay, well... Criminy. What am I doing with my life now? Blogging, I guess? Sleep and exercising? Well, I head into the library and duck into the TV room. Thankfully, very few people actually show up here in the summer. TV's all mine. Flip the TV on and the screen lights up just in time to display a clip from one of Adam's old concerts.
Up next, we interview a young artist who's had a meteoric rise to fame in the past year. Please welcome Adam Eaton.
The audience bursts into applause, and I find myself cheering softly for Adam as he walks onto the set.
Adam, it's so good to have you on the show.
Yeah, thanks for asking me on.
Adam smiles back at the host, but I can sense a bit of hesitation in his voice.
Now, your new album, Island Heart, just came out.
Adam nods.
Yes.
And it's really different from your first one.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know how many of you know this, but I'm originally from Hawaii. But this past year I've been going to college in Steel City.
A few members of the audience cheer.
It's been kind of a rough transition for me, you know? So I wound up writing a lot of music about home and adjusting to a new life and stuff.
That's really exciting. Of course, I bought the album on day one, and I was amazed at how different some of it was. What is it like moving to the big city? What caught you off guard about it?
Wow, so much, you know. I know this is probably going to sound silly, but it was my first time seeing a mall with 2 floors. I think everyone I worked with was like, oh, here comes that island boy again. Actually, my first month there, this photographer nicknamed me Palm Tree.
The host glances at Adam's hair and bursts out laughing.
Palm tree, that's perfect.
Yeah, everyone else thought so too.
So we all know you're from Hawaii, but are you Hawaiian?
Only half. The other half is Japanese.
But Eden doesn't sound Japanese or Hawaiian.
Yeah, my grandfather's family name was Ito, but back in the plantation days, a lot of guys westernized their names.
Well, I think Ito is a lovely name.
Thanks, although I'm not sure I can take any credit for it.
Will you write any songs that delve more into your family history?
I don't know. Maybe you'll see it on my next album, but you'll have to get this one first.
The host turns to the audience and holds up a copy of Adam's CD.
Island Heart is out in stores now. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break with the star of Moonlight Avenger.
I turn off the TV just as my phone starts ringing. Hey there, good job on the interview.
You really think so? I was so nervous.
Don't worry, I don't think anyone will be able to tell.
Well, that's good. I didn't do too badly, did I?
Not at all. I think you were great.
Oh, good. Well, I wish I could talk longer, but they're dragging me off to sign things.
I understand.
Later.
Do your best. Before we begin filming, Lloyd steps up and waves his hand.
Attention everyone, I have an important announcement. John and I have heard from the network, and unfortunately they will not be renewing Vice Versa's for a second season.
What? Seriously? Those idiots don't know a good thing when they see one.
Such is life.
We'll still be recording until August, so let's all do our best until then. You guys are an amazing crew, and we've made an amazing show, and we're going to keep making an amazing show until our very last day. There will be a few rewrites for the ending, but for now we'll be filming as usual. And when we're done, we can all go home and polish our Best TV Drama Awards.
The crew head off to get ready, leaving me to collect my thoughts. I already knew that this was an unstable industry. I've seen it happen to Mom all the time. But even knowing that ahead of time, being cancelled really stings. Still, Lloyd's speech seemed to encourage everyone. Everyone else is already hard at work. And I got my blogging career at least, so there's that. They're not. Another spam comment. This blog gets more hits from bots than real people. C'est dommage. Oh, Cthulhu. Whew. Okay. Otherwise, an uneventful week. Hello?
Good afternoon, little wizard. I'm planning to partake of the lovely gift you purchased for me a while back. But I thought it would be better to share it with you. I don't suppose you have a kitchen I could utilize.
There is a kitchen on campus I can use. I think the baking club is done with it for now.
Excellent. Shall we convene there?
Sure. See you there. This should be interesting.
Not bad. This place seems decently well equipped for a student kitchen.
John empties out a bag of ingredients on the counter, among them the truffles I bought for him. Oh, that's what you meant. What did you think he meant?
I've been excited to try these, but work has kept me until now.
John begins fiddling with the dial on the stove.
Have you made risotto before?
Not at all. It sounds difficult. It's involved, but not overly complicated. I've prepped most of the ingredients, but I'm counting on you to help me with this.
John pours some broth into a pan.
Keep an eye on that. We want it warm, but not hot. I don't suppose there's an apron around here.
Please just give me John in an apron picture. Thank you. Okay. Just that one. I nodded an apron hanging on a hook on the wall. Please be pink and have bows. Please, thank you.
Works for me. Yes! 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 Thank you, visual novel gods, for answering my prayers. Oh my gosh. Oh. Also, the heart clover. Oh my goodness. For some reason, if this was green, I would think this is Kent's brother from Amnesia. Amazing. Just gonna sip my feelings away. There we go. John throws the apron over his head and steps up to the stove. We'll start with the sofrito. I pull out a plastic container labeled sofrito. They look like onions. That's because they are, mostly. John tosses the onions into the pot along with a decent-sized chunk of butter. Then why not call them mostly onions? John winks at me and affects an Italian accent. Oh, good grief, man. I don't know if I can do a decent Italian accent. Because food tastes better if you speak Italian. Naturally. Sorry for my horrible Italian accent. John stirs some mostly onions slowly for a few minutes. Sean, I'm with you, girl. You just keep calling that mostly onions. Alright, hand me the rice. John pours the rice into the pot and continues his careful stirring. We cook this just long enough to toast it. You mean tostatura? You give me grief for sofrito, but insist on saying tostatura. What, I'm not allowed to make a little trouble? I thought you said you never made risotto. I haven't, but my dad loves watching cooking shows. Alright then, smart girl. Some people say the next step is optional. Can you tell me what it is? Wine, and it is not optional. I see your father is watching good cooking shows. Nothing but the best. I measure out some white wine for John and hand it to him. Oh! The broth on the stove has started to simmer. I immediately turn the heat down. Nice save. As soon as the broth cools, John begins to ladle it slowly onto the rice. This smells amazing. Better than those cooking shows, yes? Much better. John continues to stir the risotto slowly, and I continue to do my best not to drool all over it. Nearly finished. John adds a bit of butter and cheese to the risotto. Go grab some bowls. I bring John 2 bowls, and he immediately dishes out the risotto and garnishes it with the truffles I got him. He peels his apron off and grabs a spoon. Try this. He holds up a spoonful of risotto. As I lean in, he does the same and blows gently on the hot risotto. I can feel his breath against my lips. You tease. Taste it. I promise it's delicious. Oh, I'm sure it is. I take a bite of the risotto and savor the texture and flavors. This really is incredible. Thank you. It's my pleasure. I hope that I'll be able to cook many more things for you in the future. I would not be opposed to that. I look forward to our culinary adventures together. How the heck do you exactly plan to cook for me from England, though? Oh well. To Miss Jean Gooden, a year ago you participated in a survey at Steel City Mall. Your name has been drawn for a prize of 2 tickets to the Steel City Renaissance Fair. We have a limited number of prizes available, so please respond immediately to confirm your email address. I confirm. Your prize will be shipped to you next week. This is an automated response from all surveys. Int, do not respond to this email. I hope we can take John there before he goes, although we're not talking about it, but whatever. Whoa, latest episode was intense. All the evidence seems to be stacking up against Katarina. There's no way she killed Vice. Maybe Ryan did it. Whoa, good idea. He's been acting really on edge this whole time. Those casual tank tops at the Divide are amazing. I love mine. Me too. Yeah. Okay, well after that cute date, I think I should go bake cupcakes. Do some cooking of my own. Let us do a couple. Basically, they're gonna be emergency cupcakes. You know, in case of emergency heart dropping because of arguments or what have you. It could happen. There's still time. I don't know what exactly the date is, but I know this game doesn't end until at least sometime in August. And I think we're in July right now, so there's still time. Yeah, we got a few weeks. No pressure. We're gonna die. Oh, yes. That was good. Okay. I'm like, why did I study? Yes, intelligence. As soon as Lloyd calls break, I pull John aside. Hey, can we talk? What's on your mind? Why didn't you tell me you might be moving for a new role? That information was confidential. But Lloyd knew. He's my business partner. I had to tell him so he could plan for the future. And I don't have to plan for the future? I didn't think our relationship was predicated on where I work. It's not, but that doesn't mean it won't change things. This is important. What am I supposed to do? That's up to you, isn't it? Yeah, I guess it is. Thanks for being no help, John. What? Do I move to England? Is that what you're saying? I could move to England or I could stay here? I give you a mustache for that, sir. I'll sleep well. Dreaming about your mustache that I put on you. What are you gonna decide, Sean? Well, my tickets for the Ren Fair arrived today. Haha, yay!
Hello.
John, I just want a pair of tickets to the local Renaissance Fair. Let's go.
As you wish, milady. I shall pick you up shortly.
Should I? Hold on. I'm like, should I wear the Ren dress? I don't know if he's gonna be in costume. If he's not, I'm gonna feel stupid in this. The fair has already filled with people by the time we arrive. I instinctively move closer to John. He takes my hand and gives it a reassuring squeeze. Okay, he's not. Sorry. I can't wear the Ren dress if he's not dressed the same. It's like, nope. There we go. I'm here. We move quickly through the grounds, John striding confidently across the grassy path. People seem to part to make way for him. At the far end of the fair, a crowd is gathering around a fenced-off area. John places a hand on the shoulder of one of the onlookers. What's happening here, mate? Night competition. John tries to hide his expression. Night. Of course. There's a tag team competition of the two of you one-hander. One of you has to do archery, and the other does sword fighting. I'm an incredible shot. Is there a prize? First place is a $200 gift card to the Divide. Second place is a 5-course meal at a gourmet restaurant. I kind of want to win a second prize. John and I glance at each other. Second place. Second place! Yeah! Yes, girl and boy, you know what to do. I think I remember some sword work from the old days. Well, I can handle the archery part. I head to the targets and approach a man standing over a selection of bows. Where do I sign up? The man hands me a bow. Right here! Land an arrow in the center of that target, and your team will move on to the next round. Whoever wins the sword fight wins the prize. No problem. I notch an arrow on the bow and draw. The first shot lands in the furthest ring of the target. Oof, I'm kind of rusty at this. From the looks of it, most other people are too. However, one of the archers at the far end has already landed his arrow in the center of the target. I notch another arrow and let it fly. This one lands in the bullseye, neatly beside his. Nicely done, Robin Hood. I glance over at him and he smiles. He looks impressed. John immediately steps between us. Nice aim, little wizard. I'll take it from here. John picks up a sword and gives it a few practice swings. Shall we? John removes his glasses, loosens his tie, and steps into the ring. Please, can I get a picture of this too? Please. Yes! Yes! I love this entire route! Even if you're a butt sometimes! Ugh. They get me. They get me in this game. They know I want the John. I want all the John all the time with all the pictures. It's so good. Ugh. Every picture I've ever wanted is here. I'm so happy. I don't know what pictures I like the most in this route. As soon as he does, a murmur ripples through the audience. Is that Knight Errant? Yeah. That guy looks just like Knight. I think it is Knight. People in the crowd are whispering amongst themselves, but John ignores them and faces his opponent. The swordsman on the other side of the ring also blocks out the sound of the crowd. He races toward John, and the two of them lock swords. The blades clash against each other, each opponent searching for a weak spot. John's opponent attempts to execute a fancy maneuver, but he loses his balance and tumbles to the side. Acting on reflex, John twists his sword and quickly disarms his opponent. The other swordsman bows his head in defeat, and the crowd erupts into a cheer! Knight is the coolest! Let me be your lady! Get in line, girl. John quickly exits the ring and ducks behind a nearby tent away from the cheering audience. The other team's archer greets his friend and the two of them bump fists. 5-course dinner! Miss Gooden, I do believe we've been duped. John appears at my side, glasses back in place. I can't believe we lost the battle for second place by getting first place. The man who handed me my bow approaches us with a form in his hand. Congratulations! Might I get your contact details so we can send you your prize? I fill out the form while he stares at John. You wouldn't happen to be John Brandon, would you? The man has dropped his announcer voice and he sounds a lot more like a Giddy fan. John affects a heavy southern accent. These accents are killing me. You know, I sure do get a lot of folks saying that, but I haven't got the darndest clue who y'all are talking about. I swear you two look identical. You should try cosplaying Knights someday. I'll be sure to keep that in mind. I hand the man the form and he hurries off to collect the information from the second place team. As soon as he's out of earshot, I turn to John. Y'all? Ugh. It worked, didn't it? Yeah, but I doubt even that will last long. We'd better get out of here before word gets out. I couldn't agree more. It's too bad we didn't win that dinner. John Brandon was at the fair! Alert! Alert! John Brandon was totally at the fair! He won the night battle with some girl! Oh no, poor Alvin! What? Seriously? Oh, I'm so upset that I couldn't go this year. So that was him! I thought he looked familiar. I swear, it was like watching a live episode of Knight Errant. That was seriously the coolest thing ever. No! Now you're making me even more envious. Sorry, Alvin, I'm so sorry. What did you guys think of the new episode? I did not see that coming. Vice is alive? I can't believe you set up Katerina as a murderer just to mess with her. We probably should have guessed that. They wouldn't kill him off so easily. But how did he fake the DNA evidence? I'm just checking that I didn't actually get an email from them. No. Nothing as of yet. What is my status? 3? Okay. Well, John, I think there's one movie we haven't gotten seen yet, so I'll bring you a cupcake as a consolation. Because of reasons. I brought you a cupcake. Right, we haven't seen Moonlight Avenger yet. It has to be me! So what do you think? Oh, I can't say I care much for the costuming choices, but the plot was intriguing. How so? Avenging a dead father. A drowned love. Banishment. Doesn't it seem a lot like Hamlet? I hadn't thought about it before, but there really are a lot of similarities. Oh, John. You're looking too deep into the Batman-verse. I swear. Okay, what am I doing with my life? I'm so flummoxed by aprons and sword fights and things. I guess I'm gonna blog, sleep, exercise, and maybe study. Why not? Because I can.
Oh, hello. Good afternoon, Sian. I have something I think you'd like to see.
Selena spreads out a newspaper article on the counter.
I've been keeping in contact with Allison's parents to see how she's been.
Oh, good.
They just sent me this.
Oh! What Stars Foundation. That's cute. I pick up the newspaper and read the headline. Local actress launches theater program for children with special needs. Oh, that's perfect. Allison, I'm so proud of you. Allison did this?
Keep reading.
I skim through the article until I come across a quote from Allison.
I spent most of my life hiding who I am, but a recent talk with a friend made me realize I don't have to be ashamed. Acting is my passion, and I want other kids to be able to experience that same passion without fear of judgment. It's a difficult road, and I wouldn't be able to do this without my friends and family. But if I can help others the way my friends have helped me, then it's worth it. The article goes on to talk about some of the trials she's gone through along with all the support she's gotten from the community.
This is really incredible. I can't believe she managed to do all of this in so little time.
Allison is a remarkable young woman. I look forward to seeing what else she does.
If it's okay, can I hang on to this article?
Of course. I thought you might want to.
Thanks, Selena. Oh, so good to hear about Allison. And I got a real comment on my blog today from a real person. I mean, if it wasn't for John being a butt and going to England without telling us, this whole thing is going quite smoothly. Too smoothly. I don't know. I just don't know.
Hey there, stranger.
Well, howdy. Haven't seen you around these parts before.
Guess you'll just have to show me around, huh?
Sorry, you're on your own.
Cold!
I never claimed to be a nice person. But in all seriousness, welcome back. It's been weird without you around. Want to stop by the coffee shop? Drinks are on me.
Sounds like a blast.
Alright. Kona coffee with cream and 3 sugars. You still take it like that, right?
Always will.
So how'd it go?
Pretty good, actually. The crowds were even bigger than last year, if you can believe that.
Oh, I believe it. Those palm fronds are coming out in full force.
Palm fronds. Are fans really calling themselves that?
I think it's kind of cute.
Well, if you like it, then I guess it's okay. And what about you?
Oh, things have been pretty normal. Well, as normal as they can be. Vice Versa didn't get renewed. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next.
What? But I thought everyone loved it.
I did too, but the viewing numbers are lower than the network ones. The first season is the last. At least you got through an entire season. Unlike Firefly.
I'm really sorry.
I'm more worried about John and Lloyd. They seem really upset by this.
Makes sense. I'm sure things will work out, though. Both of them are good at what they do.
I hope so.
Anyway, I feel like a jerk for cutting our reunion short, but I need sleep bad.
I understand. I'm glad you came to see me before going to sleep.
Of course I came to see you. It's been way too long since we saw each other. But not even coffee can save me. I'm heading back.
No problem. See you later. I was kind of hoping we were going to talk about the things. You know, the John dating things, but we didn't go there. The penultimate episode. Why is the season almost over? Vice really did have a mole? How many times are the writers going to mess with us?
At least that explains how the DNA evidence got switched.
I don't know if my heart can handle the wait for the finale. Right. Well, I think we'll call John and see Night Witches again. One more time. Because I feel we're nearing the end. The end of all things.
Selena truly is talented.
It's an honor to work with her. I'm sure she feels the same way about you. One can only hope. Indeed. Oh, I'm getting so nervous. We're getting near the end. It's so sad. What's gonna happen? What Sean gonna pick? Ah!